Have you ever walked into a room, stood there for a moment and thought, "Now what did I come in here for?" If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. These little lapses might seem harmless at first, but they can feel frustrating, especially as we get older. Maybe you found yourself forgetting someone's name mid-conversation, misplacing your keys for the third time in a week, or struggling to recall something you just read in the newspaper. It can be a little scary. But here's the good news. Just like you can keep your body strong with daily movement, your brain can stay sharp, focused, and active with just a few simple habits, most of which take no more than 10 minutes a day. After 60, your brain craves stimulation, challenge, and care more than ever. It's not about avoiding aging. It's about aging well. Staying mentally sharp isn't about doing crossword puzzles until your eyes blur, or forcing yourself to learn a new language overnight. It's about small, intentional habits that keep your brain awake, your memory fresh, and your confidence high. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 brain-boosting habits that you can easily weave into your daily routine. No pressure, no hustle, just simple steps to help you feel more mentally alive each day. Let's start with something most people overlook. It's quiet, it's free, and it takes only 10 minutes, and yet it can literally rewire the way your brain functions over time. I'm talking about mindful stillness, or if you like, just sitting quietly with your thoughts. That might sound a bit too simple, but hear me out. For just 10 minutes a day, try sitting in a comfortable chair, feet on the floor, hands relaxed on your lap. Close your eyes, and instead of trying to empty your mind, just watch it. Notice the thoughts that pop up without judging or chasing them. Let them float in and out like clouds in the sky. This is what many call mindfulness or gentle meditation, but really it's simply giving your mind a break from the endless chatter of daily life. Why does this matter? Because when we're constantly busy, flipping through the news, juggling appointments, even chatting with loved ones, our brains don't get a chance to rest and reset. Taking this short pause each day reduces stress, lowers anxiety, and improves memory. It allows your brain to sort and store thoughts more effectively. And studies have shown that even short periods of mindfulness each day can increase gray matter in the brain, the part that handles memory, decision-making, and emotional regulation. If you're new to it, start with just 5 minutes. Sit on your porch, look out the window, or close your eyes in a quiet room. You don't have to do it right. Just be still. And over time, you'll notice it becomes a comforting space in your day, a mental breather.
Now, let's move on to something that feels a little more fun, because boosting your brain doesn't have to feel like work. The second habit is one that brings joy and energy into your day. I like to call it brain play. After 60, it's easy to fall into routines. You watch the same TV programs, read the same newspaper, talk to the same friends, and cook the same meals. And while that rhythm can be comforting, your brain needs novelty to thrive. When you do something new, whether it's trying a new recipe, playing a card game you haven't touched in years, or picking up a puzzle book at the dollar store, your brain lights up, literally. New connections are formed, old pathways are strengthened. Let's say you decide to learn how to draw simple sketches. You're not trying to become Picasso, you're just doodling for fun. That tiny shift, eye movement, hand coordination, visual imagination, engages parts of your brain that haven't been used in a while. Or maybe you try learning to play a simple tune on a piano, or teach yourself how to use voice commands on your phone. Anything that gently challenges your brain in a new way counts. What's important here is variety. If you're doing crosswords every day and they're starting to feel too easy, switch it up. Try word scrambles, Sudoku, or even memory card games online. Many older adults are finding joy in online trivia games that you can play solo or with a grandchild. It's not about being perfect or winning. It's about showing your brain that it's still capable of learning and growing. And the sense of accomplishment you feel afterward, that's a bonus. These activities aren't just for passing the time. They're for building resilience in your mind. You're reminding yourself, and your brain, that you're still curious, still capable, still creative. That's powerful. Now, if you're thinking, well, I'm not very tech-savvy, or I'm too old to try new things, let me just say this. Your brain doesn't care how old you are. It only cares whether you use it. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, even just a little bit, your mind thanks you. So whether it's spending 10 minutes a day playing a new game, learning a song, sketching a flower, or exploring an unfamiliar topic on YouTube, you're doing more than entertaining yourself. You're preserving your memory, improving focus, and maybe even delaying cognitive decline. And that's something to be proud of. Now that we've explored how stillness and novelty can spark new life in your mind, let's take this journey a little deeper. Let's take this journey a little deeper by looking at how movement plays into mental sharpness. You might think that exercise is mostly about keeping your heart healthy or your joints from getting stiff. And yes, it absolutely helps with that. But there's something else going on when you move your body. Your brain lights up. That brings us to the third habit: intentional movement paired with mental focus. Think of it like brain-charged exercise. Not just walking for the sake of steps, but walking with attention, with awareness. For 10 minutes a day, take a walk and truly pay attention. Notice the colors of the flowers in someone's yard. Count how many birds you hear. Feel the sensation of your feet connecting with the ground. You're not just moving, you're observing, noticing, engaging. This kind of active walking, sometimes called mindful walking, helps you stay present. It slows down racing thoughts and anchors you in the now. And here's the magic part. When your body moves, your brain gets more oxygen, more blood flow. That means sharper thinking, better memory, and even a boost in your mood. If walking isn't your thing, you can apply the same principle to stretching, like dancing, or even doing a bit of housework while consciously engaging your senses. Washing dishes while noticing the temperature of the water. Folding clothes while feeling the texture. These aren't chores anymore. They become small mental workouts. And don't underestimate the emotional boost. People who move regularly, even just 10 minutes a day, often say they feel clearer and more confident. That sense of, I did something for myself today, carries into everything else. Your conversations, your outlook, your energy. Now, let's shift gears a bit. You've probably heard that what we eat affects our body, but did you know that it dramatically impacts your brain too? That's where the fourth habit comes in. Feeding your brain with purpose. Here's the truth. Your brain is always hungry. Even though it only weighs about 3 pounds, it uses up to 20% of your daily energy. And after 60, your brain doesn't bounce back from poor nutrition the way it used to. That means what you eat plays a powerful role in whether you feel foggy or focused. But let's keep it simple. You don't need a complicated diet or expensive supplements. One small habit you can build in just 10 minutes a day is this. Choose one brain-nourishing food and really enjoy it. Maybe it's a handful of blueberries with breakfast, a few walnuts as an afternoon snack, or a slice of avocado on toast. These foods are rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and nutrients that help protect your brain cells and improve memory. Even something as small as sprinkling turmeric on your soup or sipping green tea instead of that second cup of coffee can have an impact over time. And if you enjoy cooking, try using that time to learn one new healthy recipe a week. What you want to avoid are the things that drain your brain: excess sugar, too much alcohol, or ultra-processed foods. These can slow you down, make you feel tired, and over time even damage brain function. You don't need to cut everything out overnight. Just begin by adding one good thing a day. And as your brain starts to thank you, your body will too. But there's another kind of nourishment that often gets overlooked, and it's just as important as food or exercise. It's something we all need, no matter our age, but it becomes especially crucial as we get older. That's our fifth brain-boosting habit, meaningful connection. You see, we're wired for connection. Conversation, laughter, and even a few heartfelt moments of eye contact. These things keep our emotional and cognitive systems alive and well. The brain thrives on social stimulation, especially when it's positive and heartfelt. Now, I know it's easy to become more isolated as we age. Kids grow up, neighbors move away, we retire from work, and suddenly our social world shrinks. But here's the thing. Even 10 minutes of genuine connection a day can work wonders. That might mean calling a friend, chatting with a neighbor, or having a conversation with your spouse that goes beyond what's for dinner. And if you're thinking, but I live alone, or I don't have many people to talk to anymore, don't worry. There are still beautiful ways to connect. Write a letter to someone you care about, even if you don't send it. Visit a local community center, join a book club, or simply exchange a few words with the cashier at your grocery store. The goal isn't quantity, it's quality. A short, warm moment of connection is enough to light up your brain in ways that no crossword puzzle ever could. You'll also notice how this connection supports the other habits. When you share a walk with someone, cook a meal together, or even just talk about your day, you're reinforcing those brain-boosting routines without even realizing it. It becomes less about doing a habit and more about simply living well. So now, you've seen how stillness, playful learning, mindful movement, nourishing food, and meaningful connection each play a role in keeping your mind sharp. None of these take more than a few minutes each day, but the impact they create adds up in powerful ways.
The impact they create adds up in powerful ways. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to do all 5 habits perfectly or every single day. You're not preparing for an exam. You're simply choosing to stay present, vibrant, and mentally alive. One day, one step, and even one breath at a time. Sometimes we fall into the trap of thinking it's too late to change, or that the best days of growth are behind us. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your brain is still changing, still growing, and still full of potential, no matter your age. Science confirms this. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity, which means it can form new connections and even new cells well into your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. That's not just inspiring, it's empowering. So if you're sitting there thinking, can I really make a difference in just 10 minutes a day? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Start where you are. If it's easier to begin with the mindful stillness, do that. Take those 10 quiet minutes to be with yourself. If you're feeling curious, pick up a small challenge. Try a new recipe or solve a simple puzzle. Go for a short walk, not to burn calories, but to wake up your senses. Add a brain-healthy snack to your routine and savor it. Reach out to someone, even with just a few kind words. These are not grand gestures. These are seeds, tiny, intentional seeds that over time grow into greater focus, better memory, sharper thinking, and a calmer, more joyful mind. And here's what often happens. Once you begin, you'll start to feel a shift. A little more clarity in the morning, a little less forgetfulness during conversations, a little more energy in the afternoons. You may find yourself remembering details more easily or feeling more present with your loved ones. That's the reward. That's what we're working toward. Not perfection, but presence. You deserve to feel mentally strong. You deserve to feel proud of the wisdom and experience you carry. And you deserve to enjoy the years ahead with clarity, joy, and confidence. This isn't about avoiding age. It's about embracing it fully, with eyes wide open and a mind that's still curious about the world.
One of the most powerful things you can do for your brain is also one of the simplest. Remind yourself every day that you can improve, that you're still growing, that your mind still matters. And remember, the habits we talked about today aren't rules to follow, they're invitations. You're invited to create space in your day for peace, for curiosity, for...
If any of these habits resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Maybe you've already tried one of them, or maybe today will be the day you begin. Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. It's a beautiful way for us to learn from one another, to connect across the miles, and to build a little community right here. And if this video inspired you in any way, go ahead and give it a like. It helps others find this message, and it lets me know that this kind of content is meaningful to you. And of course, if you'd like more simple, uplifting advice for living well after 60, don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell. We're building something special here, something warm, wise, and real. You are never too old to grow. You are never too late to begin. And your mind is not fading. It's evolving day by day as you care for it with love and intention. Here's to 10 mindful minutes a day. Here's to living your best life at any age. And here's to you. Stay well, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.